changes.
What's up, guys? Welcome into the Rockstarflipper YouTube channel. And I know I have a lot of beginners and newbies and also some folks here on the channel that want a refresher for 2020. One of my most popular videos here on the channel is, of course, the complete coverage of shipping. And with the USPS increases in pricing, which I will link down below as part of this video, where you can click on it and go check the pricing updates. It's a good idea if I do a 2020 video for all of the people that need a refresher course or are new to reselling on how to ship through the USPS on eBay and Amazon 100% top to bottom. So I'm gonna go ahead and record this video and put it up for you guys. If you are experienced and you know all of this, I appreciate you supporting the channel, and feel free to skip on by, but this is a great refresher and also great for those of you that do not understand shipping. I do ask, if you know people or you're part of a Facebook group or you own a Facebook group and this question comes up a lot, please share this video as I cover first class, priority, priority by weight, flat rate, regional, and also talk a little bit about the fact that Poshmark takes care of it for you 100%. Poshmark did include or increase their price recently from $6.79 to $7.11. It's a 32-cent increase. And so I'll talk about that a little bit. And also that you can download Pirate Ship, which is a third-party app, Pirate Ship, and use that for heavier and priority packages and cubic dimensional shipping in order to compare to USPS priority, UPS ground, and FedEx ground prices before you ship, because sometimes Pirate Ship will save you a few dollars. So we'll talk about all that. Let's go over to the video and enjoy it. Thank you so much. Share this video with everybody, every group, your Instagram, your Facebook, everybody that needs to know about shipping or may need to know about shipping, because there are a lot of people that just don't understand it. One of the biggest mistakes on reselling is paying too much for shipping. It can cost you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars a year. Let's get into it, guys. All right, so we're gonna jump into the most effective way to ship on eBay in 2020. This is also just about the same for Amazon. And then if you're a Poshmark seller, remember, they do everything buyer paid. The buyer spends $7.11, and it all ships in priority mail packaging. It doesn't matter what kind of packaging you use for Poshmark supplies. Now, a lot of USPS employees don't know that, so you may have to educate some of them. I'm gonna focus on eBay and Amazon. It is cheaper to ship through the eBay app. Now, majority of what you're going to ship, you will get a discount on shipping through the USPS and FedEx directly through eBay. If you are handwriting or even typing and printing out labels, taping them, sticking them on, and taking it to the post office to pay for it, you are, one, wasting time, and two, overspending. Always want to print through it. The only exception, which we will talk about at the end of this, is Pirate Ship, a third-party shipping company for typically heavier items that can get you a discount. Otherwise, you should be shipping directly at home, getting these discounts. So when you sell an item on eBay, I'm gonna tell you about the different ways to ship, and then at the second part of this video, how do you know? So there are three things that you are going to have for shipping. Three supplies that you have to have. There's no getting around this. So number one is a scale of some kind. Now, this is one that I recommend. This is by Accutech. It is a 50-pound scale. Most items you're going to ship are going to be under a few pounds. If you have something that's over 50 pounds, it's that big, that heavy, you should get yourself an industrial scale. Anyways, these scales are about $16, $18. I'll link one below. And it's also linked in with all of my other supplies. You can quickly, it's battery powered. I believe they're AAA batteries in this one, yep. And so you can easily just press the power button. And then once it powers on, you just press the 0 button. And this does do it in ounces or kilograms, pounds, ounces. Okay, so you'll just press the 0 button and it zeroes it out. And then once it zeroes out, you just sit it flat on your table and you can weigh anything. When you're weighing items, it is the total weight of the item. Let's say that we're selling, I'll give you guys a good example. We're selling this TV remote. It is the remote inside of the packaging and on the scale. It is everything. If you're gonna bubble wrap it, if you're gonna pad it, whatever it is, everything included. If it is in ounces, if it's 5.5 ounces, it rounds up to the next ounce. that would mean that's a 6 ounce item. It is not 5, it is not 5.5, it is 6. Same with pounds. If you are shipping a item that is 2 pounds, 8 ounces, that's 3 pounds for priority. You always round up because the price difference is different, and that's how the post office gets it. If you don't and they catch it, they will charge your buyer, which is really bad, or they'll charge you later. You might as well go ahead and do it correctly, or it could come back to you, which delays delivery, and that's bad as well. So always round up on those amounts. Okay, so here are the ways that you will ship. Way number 1 is called USPS First Class Mail. And at the counter, if you were buying this at the counter, it goes up to 13 ounces. But because we are online customers, they allow us to go to 16 ounces. The cutoff is 15.99. At 16 ounces, it's considered 1 pound, and 1 pound and up is priority. So 15.99 ounces is first class. I know a lot of people, if it weighs 16 ounces, they will put it at 16 ounces. Technically, I guess you can. Technically, it allows you to choose 16 ounces. That's up to you whether you do that. I always do it 15.99 first class. So USPS first class averages like 3 to 7 days, and it is the cheapest way to ship with tracking, okay? First class can go in any kind of plain packaging. This could be brown, yellow, gray. It can say eBay, it can say Amazon, it can say whatever it wants. What it cannot say is priority mail. It cannot say priority mail. It can't be a priority mail, anything. It can be a box or an envelope. It can be bubble mailers. It can be poly mailers. It can be any kind of your own packaging that does not say priority mail. It doesn't matter if it's a box, bin, or otherwise, right? And that is how it's going to go first class. It goes up to 16 ounces. Now, first class is priced based on the weight. So a 1 ounce is obviously cheaper than a 15 ounce. And the distance. So a 1 ounce going from me in Florida to California may be $4. A 15 ounce might be $6, right? But a 1 ounce going from me to Florida might be $2.92, and a 15 ounce going from me to Florida might only be $3.50. Cheaper than even a 1 ounce going all the way to California because it's only going right here in Florida. So the prices range between $2.92 or $2.76 all the way, I think they bumped it a little bit, $2.76 all the way up to about $6 for the top end first class. So a $2.76 package is something that weighs 1 or 2 ounces and is going in your state. If it's upwards of, 14, 15, up to 16 ounces and it's going across the country, that's gonna be more like $5.50, $6 and change. So again, it can go in anything like this, anything like this. We're talking about clothing. Most clothes are under a pound. T-shirts, tank tops. If you have something that's over a pound, a pair of heavy jeans like I'm wearing right now, these are probably 1.5 pounds. They're not going to go first class. They cannot go first class. They are priority. They're over 1 pound. So first class is anything under 16 ounces, and it can go in any kind of plain packaging or packaging that does not say priority mail on it. It can go, okay? It can't say flat rate. It can't say priority. It has to be some kind of just innocuous box, envelope, poly, whatever you want. That is first class. So all of your items under 16 ounces should go first class. The only exception is if you make a listing and you offer priority, you have to abide by the priority. You don't want to downgrade. First class takes longer than priority. Downgrade somebody to first class when you offered priority. So be very careful with that. If you offer priority, you need to ship priority. If you're offering standard shipping or first class, then you ship first class. So if I sell this remote weighs 4.5 ounces. I'm gonna wrap it up in a little bit of bubble wrap. I'm gonna stick it inside of here. I'm gonna put it on my scale. It's probably gonna come out to 4.8, 4.9. I'm gonna round it up to 5 ounces. I'm gonna type 5 ounces into eBay. I'm gonna choose first class. I'm gonna print my label. If it was going from here to Texas, halfway across the country, it'd probably be about $4. So it ranges between $2.76 and about $6. There's a cutoff at the top and the bottom. And that's just, based on the ounces and how far that it goes. Now, you don't know how far it's going to go when you list it. You don't know who's gonna buy it. So you know that this remote's gonna cost me between $2.76 and $6. So how do I know what to do for shipping? Well, you can do calculated, and eBay will automatically calculate it for you. You can do a flat price, and you could price it at like $4 or $5. If somebody close buys it, then you win. If somebody really far away buys it, you lose, and you take the wins and losses, and hopefully they wash themselves. Or you can do free shipping, and if you know this remote's worth about $15 plus 5 shipping, it's about a $20 remote. Well, instead of doing 15 plus 5, you could do 20 with free shipping, and that way you've added your $5 worth of shipping into it. So it's your choice how you do it. A lot of people that are inexperienced like to do calculated. Now, I know this is on the average going to cost me $3.50 or $4. So if I think this is a $15 remote, I'll price it at $19 free shipping or $19.99 to give myself that $4.50, $5 room. I do free shipping because it's more enticing to customers. That's up to you. Okay, so we've covered first class. Now, our second option is priority. Now, priority has a couple of different priority options. Let's go over, I think there's about 7 different priority ways, and depending on the item is which one you're going to choose, but you should basically know when you're shipping it. Okay, so the first one we have is called priority by weight. And priority by weight means it goes in any plain packaging. You can use the same plain packaging, but now it's over 1 pound. Instead of first class, it's still going, like if this was a 2-pound remote, it can still go in the envelope, but it's gonna be charged priority instead of first class because it's too heavy, right? It could go in here if you bubble wrap it. It can go in priority boxes and envelopes that do not say flat rate. And let me show you the difference. You see how this just says priority mail envelope? See how this one says priority mail small flat rate? So flat rates are charged exactly that, a flat rate. A priority by weight calculates the price based on the weight of the item and the distance that it goes. And I'll explain to you why each one is more important than the other. So first we're gonna cover by weight. By weight must go in any plain packaging, or it must go in any packaging that does not say flat rate. So this says regional rate. See how that one says regional rate? Regional rate? That's not a regular like priority weight. This one is a flat rate envelope. See, so this is flat rate. You want one that just says priority mail. So they make these in all different shapes and sizes, all different squares and small 4x4s and 10x12s. They also have one that they nickname a shoebox because it's perfect for the size of shoeboxes. If you see it, this goes by weight. This is a priority by weight box, just nickname a shoebox. And then they have all different shapes, sizes, or you can use your own plain boxes or plain envelopes. It's exactly that. It's going to be charged based on the weight, 2 pound, 3 pound, 4 pound, whatever it is, and how far it goes, okay? Now, the second way is flat rate. And there are several flat rate options. There's a small, this is a small, okay? This is small. Looks like that, little tiny stuff goes in there. There's a medium and there's a large, so that's 3. And then there's also a padded flat rate envelope. And so the way these work is whatever fits in there, no matter the weight, will ship for 1 flat cost. This padded flat rate envelope is $7.55, okay? Basically good for jeans. Why? Because jeans will fit in here. They're not first class, and they'll go padded flat rate for $7.55. If you ship jeans by weight in a plain envelope, one of your plain ones, it's gonna probably end up costing $8, $9, $10. How do I know that? Well, it's experience, and that's what you'll have to learn. You'll learn, one of the rules is almost 99% of the time, almost always, jeans, heavy sweaters, hoodies, they're gonna go padded flat rate envelope. Just a note, these are not available at the post office. You have to order these offline only. Most of the other supplies are available at the post office. You should still order some. The thing about padded flat rates is it has to be something that can go, that's protected, because if it's breakable, you obviously don't want to put it in here. So once your item's over a pound, if it's able to go padded flat rate and it's protected and it doesn't need to be extra protected and it can't break, this is almost always the first option. You always check padded flat rate. Even if the item, let's say somebody buys 20 of these and they're like 3 pounds. If you could fit all 20 of these in there bubble wrapped, it's best to go padded flat rate. As long as it's an item that won't break, this is your first choice. You always want to choose padded flat rate. And if it won't fit in here without altering it, then you can move up to see, will it fit in a small, medium, or large flat rate? These are gonna be like $8. I think the medium is 13 and change and the large is like 18. Or should it go by weight? Now, typically, if it's only 1 or 2 or 3 pound, it should go by weight because the by weight is cheaper than the flat rate. The flat rate is for heavy items. So for example, let's say that your item is like 20 pounds, but it's really small. If you ship that by weight, it may cost $20, $25. But if it was small enough, if this thing weighed 20 pounds and I put it in a plain one to mail it priority by weight, it could be 20 pounds. You'd have to check and look at the price. But this is only $8. So if it would slide in here and I could ship it for just $8, the flat rate is better. So flat rates are typically good for heavy items that fit in them. And the buy weight is good for the priority over a pound, but not really heavy, normal items. First, check the priority padded flat, and then check the priority by weight. So buy weights can use any packaging that doesn't say flat rate, and then the flat rates have to use the flat rates. Okay, the only other way that you have to ship packages is by regional. And regional makes two different boxes. One is called a regional A, and one is called a regional B. These go priority, but they are charged by the region they go to. Sometimes they can be cheaper. The item has to fit in these boxes unaltered, and that's just something you'll have to compare. So when you have an item that's not first class, that it's over a pound, it needs to essentially try to go padded flat. This will be the first cheapest option. If it can't go first class, if it's not under 16 ounces, and it can't go padded flat, then you have to compare options. You have to look and say, will it fit in a regional? Will it fit in a small? What will it fit in? Once you figure out what it'll fit in, you basically just check the price on the eBay label printer, your screen, and see what are the price for each one. Everyone always asks the question, what's the best way? What's the cheapest way? Well, we don't know. If it doesn't go first class or padded flat rate, there's no way for me to know, you to know, or anyone else to know what the best way to go is without opening up the screen, clicking it, and seeing what the comparable prices are. Every time I ship a priority item that doesn't fit in one of this, I know it's $7.55 that goes in this. I know it's between $3 and $8 or $3 and $6 if it's going first class. Once it's big and heavy, like if you told me I had to ship my laptop that's sitting over here, I have no idea. Well, I know the laptop's not gonna fit regional. I know it's not gonna fit small flat. I know it's not gonna fit in a shoebox. I know that that's probably going to have to go priority by weight in some kind of box that I'm gonna have or make, or it may fit in my large, my large flat rate. I'll check that. So I know my large flat rate's $18 or $19, whatever it is, and then I'm gonna go ahead and pack it up inside of a plain box, get the weight, and then I'm gonna see, is it cheaper priority by weight? And it may be. It might be cheaper by weight, and it might be cheaper flat rate. But if it's 4 or 5 pounds and it's shipping to California, they may charge me $20, $22. I don't know. If they do, then I know, oh, large flat rate's 18, it's going in that. If it comes out by weight as 15, 16, then I'm gonna say, oh, the large flat rate's 18, the priority by weight is 15, it's going priority by weight. It's all about comparing the options. So once you figure out what the best option is for the USPS, then there's a second tab that's going to say FedEx, and SmartPost is the cheapest, FedEx. You can check the options for FedEx. You can use almost any box for FedEx. I've shipped in every box imaginable, doesn't matter, and get a price on FedEx. Compare it. If FedEx is cheaper, they're a little slower sometimes, but then you go with the FedEx option. If you offered, economy shipping is one of your options. If you specifically offered priority, you have to ship priority. Just remember that. And then you can do the same for UPS. So, long story short, 16 ounces or less, USPS first class in any packaging that doesn't say priority. If your item goes over 1 pound, priority mail padded flat rate envelope. If it's safe, $7.55 right now as of this video. If it can go in there, it'll almost always be the cheapest option. Take it. If it does not go first class and it does not go priority, padded flat rate, you can't fit it in here without altering it, or it just won't be safe, then you start comparing the options for your priority boxes, small, medium, large, regionals, and priority by weight. You compare the options, you see what it fits in, what it won't fit in, and you will be covered 100% with the cheapest shipping option. Then compare it to FedEx or UPS and decide which one is best. The last thing that comes up in a lot of my topics of my Facebook group is, can I take 2 boxes? Let's say that, this isn't one, but let's say this was a medium flat rate box. Can I take a box like this? Can I cut it? And then can I take another one and combine the two? If my item's a little bit tall, combine the two. Yes, the answer is, it's a big myth. People think you cannot alter the flat rate. You can't. If you're shipping flat rate, you cannot alter these. But if you do alter them, you will not get the flat rate price. You will be charged by weight. They'll allow you to use the boxes because you are using them for priority shipping. However, you cannot get that flat rate price anymore. Flat rate means unaltered in the box, you know, exactly like this. You can tape it shut, but you can't alter it. Once you alter it, you'll get charged the buy weight price. So keep that in mind. Also, do not use your packing supplies like padded flat rate that you got for free off USPS.com to bubble wrap your items. This is illegal. You cannot use their materials for your own personal bubble wrap. Buy bubble wrap, guys, buy supplies. Use these for free, but do not use them in a misappropriated way. It actually says, this packaging is the property of the United States Postal Service, provided solely for the use in sending priority mail shipments. Misuse may be a violation of federal law. This packaging is not for resale. Anybody you see selling priority mail packaging on eBay is breaking the law. EP14PE, that's a code. U.S. Postal Service July 2013 update. So in July of 13, they updated that and added that. It's on every single priority packaging and USPS packaging that they offer. It's right there. Again, this packaging is property of the United States Postal Service and is provided solely for the use in sending priority mail. They give it to you for free, but you better use it for priority mail and don't use it for your stuff. Don't box up something that's going first class, that's lightweight, and then wrap brown tape all around it to hide the priority. One, you're breaking the law, and two, if the brown tape happens to come off and the priority shows, they're gonna charge you for it, not the first class. They're gonna upcharge you to the priority, which you don't wanna do. Get your own packing supplies, get your own poly mailers, get your own bubble mailers, do your own thing, do it correctly. That is shipping 101 for eBay through 2020. Now, Amazon has the same exact drop downs, first class priority. It's all the same. There's really not much difference in Amazon that I can think of. If it's under 16 ounces, first class it. If it's priority, look it up, try the padded flat rate, etc. Now, with Posh, as I mentioned, everything goes priority. You can use your own packaging. You can use pineapple envelopes. You can use whatever you want. You can use any priority packaging up to 5-pound items. If it's under 5 pounds, the item can go in anything you want and it ships using their label. The buyer pays, you print your label. You don't have to look up anything. You don't have to compare. You don't have to choose. It's much, much easier. The problem is, let's say I'm selling something on eBay like a necktie, right? And I have one right here. I can show you guys. Let me give you this good example here. This necktie, I'm going to sell to a customer, right? I sell it on eBay and it's gonna go, of course it's under 16 ounces, it weighs like 4 ounces. It's gonna go in my little envelope and I'm gonna send it off to the customer and the shipping label is gonna cost about $3, right? Well, this same one, because it's a flat rate on Posh, they charge $7.11. This could be a turnoff to somebody trying to buy a tie seeing $7 shipping. Now, if it's $7 shipping and I list it for $13, the whole purchase for them comes out to $20, right? Well, if I have it on eBay for $20 free shipping, it's the same. They don't see the difference. And that's why I do a lot of free shipping. But just as a thing, you know, that $7.11 for everything priority is quite expensive. But that's how Poshmark does it. So you don't have to think. They make it easy, streamlined. It was a good idea. I understand it. But long story short, you don't have to do anything but print out your label on Posh, stick it on anything, pack it, send it out the door as long as it's under 5 pounds. If it's over 5 pounds, then they have an option to put it in that weight, like if it's 7 pounds, 8 pounds, and you can adjust it and they will charge accordingly. So, okay, hopefully that covers everybody that's a newbie. I will put links down below to this scale. I'll put links to all the rest of my supplies. The second thing that you need is obviously a printer to print it out. Ink and laser are fine. You need to buy 2-sided sticky paper to peel and stick. Don't cut and tape. It wastes a lot of time, a lot of effort to sit there and have to peel and stick. Get sticky paper that you can peel and stick, or save yourself a bunch of time and get a thermal printer. I'll put it up here somewhere, and I'll also link it below. Thermal printers print out sticky thermal paper. They don't use ink. They don't use toner. It's heat. You never have to buy ink or toner again. They are a little pricey to start, $125 to $175, but trust me, they will pay themselves off in a couple of months if you're regularly, consistently selling, and you'll thank me later. You'll love me later. The thermal printer is the greatest investment in yourself and your business you can get. And then if you can, grab a little $15 or $20 tape gun. Again, I'll link all this below. This tape gun is great. You can use regular clear tape, packing tape. You can use your eBay tape that you get for free having an eBay store. If you use the USPS priority tape, it can only go on priority items. If you tape a first class box or first class envelope shut with priority tape, then they will charge you priority prices, even though you're not in a priority box or using a priority label, they're gonna upcharge you because you put priority tape on it. So get plain tape or get eBay tape or something like that. Grab yourself a tape gun, grab yourself a scale, $15, $16, $10, $15. So you're talking about 30 bucks. And then the printer, you know, you can get an ink or laser printer for 50 bucks. So that's 80. Or you can go ahead and swing the money and get the nice thermal printer for 150. You'll be out, you know, under 180 bucks, under 200 bucks to set up your entire shipping operation. You can even maybe get a used one for 100 and you could do it for, you know, $130, $140. So that's all you need. That's your setup. That's our top to bottom shipping 101 for eBay, Amazon, and Poshmark 2020. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If there's anybody new, if you run a Facebook group of newbie sellers or people that need help, please link this video. I'll give you shout outs. If you show me you linked it in your Facebook groups, your Instagram, share the video around. Make sure everybody watches this. That way they understand shipping and they know exactly what they're doing. Questions, comments, concerns, use the comment section below or email me rockstarflipper@gmail.com. I'll do my best to answer them. And in the meantime, enjoy this video, guys. It's good for the whole year. Nothing else should be changing, and I will see you in the next video.